Brad,
Yeah?
it's nice to just be able to hang out in the silence and look at this very much not a Burnout 3 menu.
It's like a sensory deprivation chamber.
Yeah. This is Dangerous Driving.
Yeah.
Which is due out next week as of this recording for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This is the PS4 version. It's $20 and it's Burnout 3.
Okay, great.
And it's, I am liking it so far. So it's, let's talk about it. It's silent because it's $20. Soundtracks cost money. Licensing costs money.
Something?
So they have integrated Spotify into it.
You know what's free? The sound of an engine revving.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I bet you have to pay for that too.
And
when you're making a video game.
what if you record your own?
That's true.
Stick your phone.
Put the engine revving sound on Spotify along with your Minecraft parodies, and then get paid.
I mean, I'm glad to hear this game is good because the games they have made before this have sounded cool and then not turned out.
Yeah. So this one I am enjoying so far.
But I was going to say all the games they've put, like what is it, Dangerous Golf, and then the 2 Danger Zones, I believe.
Right.
Have all just had this
VR. Yeah.
They've all just had this like lifeless, like silent quality to them that I was hoping they would have finally addressed with this game.
Well, they addressed it by integrating Spotify, which that's a weird thing to say on a console that has Spotify integrated, but they've put this previous track, next track stuff in. So on first launch, I actually had to go to a web browser and enter like a code to link it up to Spotify, which I wasn't too clear on what that was doing. I imagine that makes it so the D-pad works to pick tracks here.
I mean, you know what? Like, if you have a Spotify account already, that's the best feature they could have, because then you can just listen to whatever you want.
Right.
But if you don't have a Spotify account,
yes, then the game is silent, or damn near. I mean, it does have a song in it. I didn't
a song.
I immediately linked it up, so I don't actually know what the game does if you don't have that. Since this is a device, you cannot use free Spotify with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they've got some work that they're putting into it from the sounds of things. They say here, coming month 1, Race Online as our brand new DLC launches. So it doesn't currently have online racing, and I was like, oh, it's great. I guess I really like the online stuff in Burnout 3. And I guess they are working on it.
Have they said if they're going to charge for that, or is that a free update?
I have not seen.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, so I, like you, did not much care for Danger Zone or Danger Zone 2 or Dangerous Golf or
Danger Zone
VR.
2 was getting there.
Yeah. But still not kind of what you want.
Yeah.
And let's just get into a race. And like it really feels like they went out of their way to be like, hey, we're gonna make this look a little like a lot like Burnout.
Cars are falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
When you select them.
A lot of these menus and fonts and stuff like that really have you tried stuff. Like, it's kind of amazing. And it's a very fast-moving game. I have not spent a ton of time with it so far, maybe like an hour in. I'm into it so far on account of they just kind of made Burnout 3.
Yeah. There's worse things you could make.
Yeah. Definitely.
As long as EA is not going to raise a stink.
Right.
Which they're probably not, because I don't think they remember what Burnout is.
No, that's...
that's not fair. They put out
they
Paradise.
Just put out, yeah, they did just put out. Backwards compatible Burnout Revenge and also Paradise Remastered, so... All right, so I got a takedown. My boost bar doubled, which is sort of like Burnout 3, which was a driving game that was incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess like for people who don't know what Burnout 3 is, maybe I should start with that. I can hit X to just kind of boost at will. Or as long as I've got boost down there. You earn boost by driving dangerously.
Near misses.
Taking out the other racers, driving in oncoming traffic, near misses, that sort of stuff. And so this is one of those games that this is probably actually too far for the TV for my liking. because you want to see that oncoming traffic as soon as you possibly can, so you know how to orient yourself. And I wonder if I should just crash on purpose. Well, I will probably crash accidentally at some point here. It's got slow motion aftertouch stuff, so after you crash, you can.
Shunt. You got shunted.
Well, who slammed that motherfucker?
Call it a takedown, huh?
Yep.
I mean,
much like in Burnout 3: takedown.
Yeah. I started to say, I doubt anybody has a trademark on the word takedown, but I actually can't say that is true.
I don't know.
Maybe they, in fact, do, but here we are.
I assume that lawyers took a look at this ahead of time and said, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
See, I could go into danger time here and get a little aftertouch to try to take out other racers after the crash here. And I can use the left stick to kind of move around and cause those crashes, which is fun. Good sense of speed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've played all their games on PS4 so far, and the previous ones had some performance issues here and there.
Yeah.
So to see this, A, being very smooth, and B, just having a good sense of speed, seeing that it moves.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't want it to sound too negative. I really did not have the highest expectations for this.
Oh,
honestly.
totally, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's like on paper, you're like, oh, awesome. Some of the people who made the Burnout franchise are going to make more games like that.
Right.
And you're like, badass.
Yeah.
But then Danger Zone was just, it looked like it was too budget.
Yeah.
Of a budget game, and there just wasn't enough variety. It didn't look very good, like all that stuff. And so this, you almost wonder, like, were those the games where they were like testing the tech out to get here, or because they always planned to get here. Like I remember talking to Alex Ward pretty early on when they were coming out with stuff like, oh yeah, no, we got a plan for this, and then dangerous driving, and then like going here and here and here.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it has gone exactly as he has said.
Yeah, I almost wonder if they were like quietly working on this slowly in the background as they were getting those other things together.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just building this up slowly.
And then so like I haven't unlocked any of this yet, but looking at some of the stuff they're saying about it, it sounds like there's like a pursuit mode and driving cop cars and stuff, which was not necessarily a Burnout 3 thing.
Yeah, that was like that was Need for Speed Hot
exactly,
Pursuit.
which worked on, I guess, as well.
That is also a great game.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's like it's pretty bare bones in a sense. It's like here's this $20 thing with some car classes and these events and all this stuff. But it seems very focused on exactly what you would want.
Yeah.
In terms of like, hey, you want a new game that's kind of a Burnout. They did that. That's what this is. Let's do Face Off 2. I think if I can win this race. Oh shit. Cops. If I win this race, I'll unlock another car.
Who's providing our musical stylings here?
This is a soundtrack I built in like 2012.
Okay.
Well, most of it anyway.
I'm trying to think if that's period appropriate or not.
And I was like, man, someone should make a good good Spotify playlist of good driving game music.
Okay, sure.
And then it took this many years to where someone integrated Spotify into it, and I was like, great, awesome, because most of the songs on this soundtrack are from Need for Speed and Burnout games.
Okay. I was gonna say, they feel like they fit the milieu.
Thank you.
Quite well. Could you sign up for the free month trial of Spotify and just
I assume so.
Play this for a month?
Yeah. I assume you could do that, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Or, I mean, you could just have a stereo in the same room and play music too. Because the integration, like the thing I really would want is like, when I boost, I want the tone of the music to change.
Does it do that? Does it do any processing on it?
No, I don't think it can do that because it's not, the game isn't necessarily touching the music.
Yeah.
It's still coming in, through and that's only on I've only seen it on PS4. I don't know if the PC version is different or anything like that.
Oh, I imagine it'll be not a problem on PC.
Oh yeah, if you want to play music in the background while you're playing a PC game, that's no one's going to stop you. You don't need Spotify for that.
There are ways to handle that, and also I bet people will mod things into it.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. So Yeah, you almost want like, okay, I want the songs to slow way down when I crash and go into the slow motion stuff, and there's, interactive music matters, right?
Yeah.
And so these songs just keep playing no matter what you're doing. When you bop out to the menu, the song keeps playing, and so it's not as integrated as I would probably like. But I think that's the thing that when you look at it and go like, hey, it's a $20 game, I feel okay about that trade-off. And yeah,
Before this,
and I was already a Spotify subscriber.
Well, that's the
Is
thing.
other one.
That's the thing. I'm not. So
yeah,
like signing up for that service just to get music in this game seems excessive.
Right.
Also, before this is over, you have to switch this to a playlist that is very not appropriate to this game.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but
I got one that's just rap skits.
Okay, that could work. I don't know. I was thinking, like, do you have any happy hardcore or?
I mean, I think we can look up stuff. I don't know if it's just my playlists or. Oh, okay. Get this fucker. He's too far back. So far, my crashes have not been very spectacular. Normally, you're not just like sliding on the ground like this.
Are there multiple camera views?
Got this. Got this.
Okay. All right. So what $20 will get you?
I mean, that's.
Is that Burnout?
That's Burnout.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hit triangle, that happens.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with it. Again, like you, I went into this with really low expectations based on the other 3 Fields releases.
I wanted to like all those too.
Totally,
like, even the golf game like that. I was like, yeah, you hit a golf ball into a room full of expensive stuff. Sure.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Sound idea for sure.
Yeah.
But like just as games, they just didn't.
The
they didn't
execution
last.
was just not. Yeah. But this seems all right.
Yes. And seeing on their site that they are planning to do online, like that was kind of like the one thing I was like, well, it doesn't have online. I sure did play a lot of online Burnout 3 and 4 and Paradise. But then, yeah, looking before we started this, I saw that and was like, oh shit, okay, cool.
How did the online work in 3? Was it all just straight up races, multiplayer races, or
you could go into like Team Road Rage and stuff
yeah,
like
that's
that,
what I was
like
wondering.
3-on-3.
More of like a crashing-oriented mode or something.
Yeah. And they allude to like cops and pursuit stuff, which makes me wonder if they'll do something around that. I don't know.
Yeah, if they also just straight up rip off the Hot Pursuit multiplayer in here.
That was very good multiplayer.
That was really some of my favorite car multiplayer probably ever.
Yeah.
Actually.
But yeah, tap the brakes to get a drift going. Like they fucking made that game, dude.
That's cool.
This is kind of badass.
When did 3 come out?
Was it 2004 or 5?
2004.
Okay.
Yep. If you're watching this live, you may know that I'm in the chat.
Yeah.
And ready to receive your questions. Although I know you said you haven't played a ton of this, so.
Yeah. I'm just kind of getting into it. And the other thing I'd say is that the load times here on PS4 seem a little long. Heatwave is their word for... It's the word that they use instead of burnout.
Okay.
When you kind of burn through your entire boost meter in one go, it says heatwave times 2.
It kind of gets the point across.
Yeah, and so this is just a straight race without the kind of crashing, and it's just built around you just chaining your boosts together. It's not the most exciting thing to watch, but oh shit, maybe we're trapped in doing that one because it's the only one I haven't done. Let's see how it goes. I tried this once and totally failed it. It's definitely a game where you can lose in the last few seconds. It's a game where you can go from 1st to 6th extremely quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems to be a little bit of buzz picking up for this. Like, you came in today saying it was good, which I found surprising, but also, like, I see people becoming aware of it on Twitter
Yeah.
in the last few hours and getting excited about it.
Yeah, they sent out codes during PAX. They actually had the game at PAX. So I talked to someone at PAX who came up and said, hey, did you go play it? And they said, I went and played it, and the angles on collisions and stuff felt wrong. Oh, God damn it. And that didn't sound great to me. And I was thinking, like, oh, I wonder if, you know, because again, like, given the track record of their recent history, it was very easy to think, like, oh, man, maybe this is going to be not enough game, and they kind of screwed some stuff up here, too. Or just didn't nail it down. But now that I'm sitting here playing it, I could see someone coming to those conclusions because at the end of the day, Burnout is weird. And some of the collision stuff is stuff that might not seem immediately physically
It's not trying to be a sim.
correct. Yeah. And so I could see someone I could see someone coming away from it going like, this feels weird, but actually, the more I play it, this just feels like Burnout.
They would know.
Yeah, like the choices they made around when collisions happen and when they don't,
Yeah.
and what it's like to fuck up these turns and glide around the guardrail. It's that.
If somebody was going to recreate Burnout 3, there were worse people you could find to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't want to get my hopes up or anything, but I almost want to get excited about people's excitement, if that makes sense.
Sure,
like
yeah.
seeing people enthused about a new Burnout-like.
Right. Yeah.
Setting aside that it seems like we may never get another game called actual Burnout. But for this kind of game to maybe get popular again to some extent.
I mean, you know, you think about it, like, no one is making like the fun first arcade style racing game.
Yeah, I guess
anymore.
we've been saying that for like a year or two now,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like,
know.
kind of Forza Horizon is like the closest you get these days.
And Need for Speed will come back. I think they're doing a game this year. But like the last few of those have been bad games.
Yeah.
You know, they've gotten away from what made those games great. And not to say they made them like Sims or anything like that. They just, you know, they made some choices about their always online connected universe stuff that I think just didn't pan out. And I think the genre needs something.
Yeah.
And it's probably harder and harder to justify doing it at a huge $60 budget.
Right.
And then that comes with like, oh, well, now we have licensed cars, and then we have restrictions around what we can and can't do with the licensed cars.
Right.
So
also, our parent company wants everything to be a game as a service now.
Right,
So we got to find a way to monetize a long tail.
Exactly. And you know, that resulted in that last Need for Speed, like you're literally just buying parts crates.
Yeah.
Like that was coming out around the same time as Battlefront, right?
That might have been the same year.
Yeah, and like that game in some ways was worse.
Yeah. I think it just flew under mosquitoes'
But,
radars.
you know, yeah, it wasn't Star Wars, so it kind of just didn't.
John Conquest asks, that's a pretty good name. Do the cars have weight to them? This looks pretty floaty.
I've only unlocked the sedan class so far.
Okay.
I mean, they're showing SUVs and stuff like that for the later classes, so I assume that we'll get there in the progression. Maybe not during this video per se, but yeah, I mean, this feels like a nimble car that, you know, you can get your drifts going and do all that sort of stuff. 24 seconds behind, no problem. I'm fucked. I was always bad at the like chain boost stuff.
That's the thing where if you burn the entire meter without
if
letting
you
off?
do a burnout, basically. If you do a heat wave.
Yeah. Then it just refills immediately.
Yeah.
Azure Gale asks if there is traffic checking.
No. Not that I've seen. Maybe the heavier vehicles can do it or something like that, but the impression I get is that this is kind of squarely in that Burnout 2, Burnout 3 style of racing game. Burnout Revenge had the traffic checking where traffic the cars. Well, let's just hey, we're gonna lose this event anyway. So yeah.
Okay.
There you have it.
So basically, touching traffic is fatal.
Traffic checking was like, you know, hey, if you hit a car that's going the same direction as you, you can kind of push it and then push it into your rivals and make them crash, and it was pretty rad. It was very divisive at the time. A lot of people felt it like made the game take less skill because you were a lot safer when you were driving in the flow of traffic on the right side of the road. Because you would just bash through a lot of the cars instead of having to weave your way through them.
Also, just kind of makes you more susceptible to circumstance.
Yeah,
if somebody pushes a thing in front of you that you can't avoid.
But then they tried to offset that by saying like, okay, if there are big trucks, you cannot traffic check those. They would just intersperse that in there with the traffic, so you still have to be a little careful.
This is extremely driving game music. I know that's by design.
Yeah,
but
I designed it this way.
It's so easy to just pretend this is in the game.
Also, all of these songs have appeared in driving games before, so
no, I know.
So there's that too. Let's do a road rage. Okay. Probably the last thing we have unlocked here.
Engage in hot pursuit. That seems very knowing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say that without knowing what they were doing, right?
Should we try a different playlist?
Yeah.
You know, maybe mix it up a little bit here.
Like Tommy February 6 on here or something?
You know,
is that even on Spotify?
Japanese music is hard to find on American Spotify.
Sure.
In a really frustrating way.
Okay, simple and clean. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. This playlist is garbage.
All right. Come to the right place. What does it mean to feel simple and clean?
I mean, like you took a shower?
Okay.
I don't know.
And just things are kind of easy going.
God damn it.
Perfect music to make you feel some road rage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear the song, I do get pissed, so. I need to shatter some, I need to fuck these guys up.
Yeah, what's the deal here? You just have like a quota?
Yeah, it's a number of cars.
Okay.
I feel like if there was a song that was going to get this video pulled off of YouTube, it would be this one.
Oh, so you've got manual controls without going to the menu?
I think that's why you would tie the game to your Spotify account with the in-game stuff, is so that you can use the D-pad to kind of skip tracks and stuff.
Sure.
God damn it. Fuck you, fuck you. Oh God.
Whoa, that was not the road.
Hey. Ugh, all right. Nope, no one, all right. How'd that guy survive that? There we go.
I mean, even those sound effects, right? That little orchestra hit kind of thing is like straight out of it, right?
I mean, maybe it's like a different chord or something.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I'm not saying it's the literal sample, but like it's stylistically, it's right there, right?
Yes, totally.
Like that's kind of what I was gonna say earlier when you were talking about Need for Speed. Is that like even when the Need for Speed games were good or competent, they still have a very different vibe that I find way less fun, and entertaining than the stuff that Criterion was doing. Like these games are just ridiculous.
Right.
They're silly. Like the, Okay. Sure.
You want to hear the worst music on Spotify as far as I've been able to pull it together so far?
Let's do it. Okay.
This is Halloween Fart Sounds 5.
Appropriately produced by the wet ones.
Halloween Fart Sounds.
Not sure I'm getting the horror angle.
All right, let's...
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right?
It took me a minute.
Fucking terrible.
Wow. Is this just like somebody heard that Ben Folds cover of that Dr. Dre song?
Dude, Spotify is full of that shit, man.
Thought they should take a stab at it?
If you like the worst fucking covers of any song ever, recorded ever, might I recommend a Spotify account?
Wow, I think I might be good.
Okay, there's a kid, I think he's probably got to be on YouTube, but he recorded a lot of Minecraft parodies of songs, and this morning, listening to that playlist coming in, I heard him sing Space Oddity, but instead about Minecraft.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, that's just letting anybody on Spotify these days, aren't they?
Totally. I think you just got to fill out a form.
This place is going to the dogs.
And then at some point you're like, is this a cover? And you just check the box marked yes, and then the money goes the right places. No one's stepping in to say like, should you be allowed to do this? Oh my God. It's a nightmare. Punk goes crunk. Punk goes crunk.
Okay. California Love.
Oh man.
I need to know. That's cheating. This is... I guess.
Yeah.
That's neither good enough or bad enough to be interesting.
Do you want to hear kids sing Nelly's Hot in Here?
Yes.
This song I'm pretty sure is a crime. I'm pretty sure this song is a criminal act.
Are they just singing over the actual song?
No.
Okay. It's not. Is rearranged?
It's a cover.
That was not Nelly, was it?
Yeah, no, this is not Nelly.
It sounded like him.
You remember the part where this song talks about wanting to take off all your clothes, right?
Yeah,
now imagine if children were singing that.
Huh.
But also there's an adult there too.
Yeah.
Just to make it that much worse.
Huh.
Like Kids Bop, there's a standard of quality there. The Kids Pop singers are like, no man, we're that off-brand shit. We get real.
Oh.
We get real over here.
Let's listen to some Dickens. What do we got? Tale of Two Cities? Yep, there it is. Is that Dr. Spato?
Yeah.
It was the age of foolishness.
Oh, man.
This track's like 47 minutes long.
Dr. Spato.
Of Dr. Spato reading this shit.
Dr. Spato has been hitting the bottle from the sound of things.
How is this allowed? What is Spotify doing?
Maybe I do need a Spotify account.
Yeah.
For us, we had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven. We were all going direct the other way. Sure.
All right.
The doctor has had his head submerged in a bathtub full of gin for a while, it sounds like.
Authorities insisted on its being
I mean, it's a public domain book, right?
Yeah,
so someone spent $0 producing this.
Give it any treatment you want and then charge money for it.
Uploaded it to Spotify, and now we're listening to it, so they get like 1/10 of a cent, right?
Hey, we're giving back.
All right. That's that. Dangerous driving. Seems cool.
Yeah.
I've been having a good time with it so far, and I'm still just kind of getting into the first events here.
Yeah. It seemed all right.
Yeah, it looks like there are 69 events in all.
Okay. That's a good number.
Yeah.
I mean, by that I mean a lot.
Sure. And
That online stuff seems, I mean, who knows what they're going to do with it, but like the fact that they are going to do it seems promising.
Right, yeah. Seeing their roadmap, I think like for $20, this seems all right so far. And seeing that they are planning on some additional updates and stuff, like online. I mean, it's the thing, you know, you get into indie games with online support. Sometimes it's hard to find players and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So who knows how that stuff will work out. But I am happy to hear that that's something that they are working on including. So
totally, I might have to check it out when that's in. I'm going to take one more question here from the chat from Pyro Beanie.
Okay.
If they ever make a second Dangerous Driving, would you like it to be more open world?
Totally. I think that if they make this as the kind of
if this is the Burnout 3.
Yeah, if this is the kind of Burnout 3.
The traditional Burnout?
Yeah, traditional Burnout, and then you get an open world Burnout. I think they should make both.
That's got to be such a more ambitious project than this, though.
But you know, like if you look at how they've been ramping up their projects in size and scope over time, hey.
Dude, what if they really do make the new Burnout Paradise?
I'm just going to say I think that's probably exactly what they intended to
man.
do. But if they get there or not, we shall see.
All of this, I hope, you know what, I'm just going to say by the time they get there, I hope they are able to license some music. But
if they just need,
the alternative,
I got my playlist built
yeah,
here,
I guess
man.
the alternative,
I already got it. It's already taken care of here. It's already taken care of.
Let's
get it started in here.
You know, right?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, right? Thanks, Brad.
Thanks.